Now, if you get in an accident tomorrow and it's not your fault, can you prove it? Because of that one moment, literally in seconds, can decide whether you pay thousands or nothing. That's why I've been testing this, the Z50 Pro Dash Cam. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to be this complete. So this is the Z50 Pro, and on paper, it checks a lot of boxes. It has 4K recording, dual cameras, front and back, Wi-Fi 6, AI night vision, and parking monitoring. But specs don't matter if it doesn't actually perform in real life. So what I'm gonna do in this video, I'll show you what it's like to actually use this day to day, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and who is this actually for. Now before we even get into the features, let's be real for a second. Most people don't think they need a dash cam until they do. And by that point, it might be too late. Because accidents aren't always clear, you don't know when it's gonna happen, people lie, stories change all of a sudden, but footage, that doesn't lie. And that's really what this is all about. It's protection. Now let's start with the setup. This is actually pretty straightforward here. You basically take off the 3M tape on the back of the main unit and you put it on your windshield. You run the power to it from your 12-volt socket. The one that's a little bit complicated here is the rear camera. Basically, you just have to route the camera on the back of your car and you'll be good to go. Now, I'm not gonna lie, running the rear cables does take a little bit of time depending on your car. I have a Kia Carnival here, so it is a long way to get back there, but it's not too bad. Once it's set up though, you don't really have to touch it again. Now, I like the design itself because it's super clean, nothing too bulky or distracting when you are driving. Now, let's talk about the most important part here, which is the video quality. The Z50 Pro supports 4K front recording and 1080p rear recording at the same time. And this is key here, okay? Because a lot cheaper dash cams either drop the quality or maybe don't give you full coverage. Here, you're getting sharp detail in the front like license plates, road signs, everything you actually need. Even that person who, wants to cross the street, right? And the rear camera covers what's happening behind you. If someone is, tailgating you or rear ends you in this case, you've got that angle too. This is what I consider full protection. And what I like about this is it's not just about resolution. It's about consistency. Because it doesn't matter if it's 4K and then it's blurry or maybe shaky, or maybe unusable. But from what I've seen here, it holds up really well, especially in normal daytime driving. Now let's check out the nighttime here, really where most dashcams struggle, right? But this is where the Z50 Pro tries to separate itself. It uses something called NightVIS 2.0 and an AI ISP. Basically, it's using AI processing to improve low light footage. So instead of getting that grainy, dark mess you usually see at night, it enhances the image so you can still make out important details. And that matters here, okay? Because a lot of incidents happen at night. Next, something people usually overlook but becomes super important when you actually use it. Wi-Fi 6. Now I think this is a big deal because when you need footage, you usually need it right away. You don't want to be stuck on your phone. Like older dash cams, transferring clips to your phone can be painfully slow. And it takes a while, especially if it's a long footage. With Wi-Fi 6, it's super fast. You basically connect your phone, open the app, and you can download clips way quicker than traditional setups. It just removes friction. Now let's talk about storage here. This actually supports up to 512 gigabytes micro SD cards, which is honestly huge for a dash cam. Now what this means is that you can record for longer periods without constantly overwriting footage. That is very important if you're someone who drives a lot or just doesn't want to think about managing storage all the time. You just set it and you forget it. Let it do its thing. Now personally, this is one of my favorite features here. 24/7 parking monitoring. Now because your car isn't just at risk when you're driving, you know how it works, it's also at risk when it's parked. Someone could hit your car in a parking lot, scratch it, or maybe bump into it. just do something dumb and drive off, right? With this, the camera continues monitoring even when your car is off. So if something happens, you've got evidence. And honestly, that alone makes this worth considering. Now just take a note, you need to install this on a plug-in that is constantly on, even when the car is off. Now another feature that's actually really useful here is smart voice control. Now of course, we're not allowed to be touching anything while we're driving, we have to be focused on it. So instead of pressing buttons while driving, you can just use your voice to do things like take a photo, lock a video clip, or trigger certain functions. Now it's one of those small things that actually improves safety while you're using it. Now from a daily use perspective, this is one of those devices you install and then you forget about it. And honestly, I think that's a great thing because it's always running on the background, always recording, and always ready. You don't have to constantly check it or manage it. It just does its thing. And the best part about it is when you do need it, it's there. Now, who is this actually for? If you drive daily, this makes sense, of course. If you work as an Uber driver, this is great. If you park in public areas all the time, this makes total sense. And if you just want peace of mind, knowing that you're covered, this is obviously great for that. And honestly, most of the time, sure, maybe there's nothing that ever happens, right? Just having it changes how you feel when you're driving, or even leaving your car anywhere else. Now, if you barely drive or you don't care about having video proof in situations, then yeah, you might not feel the need for this. But let's say you buy this expensive car, and most cars are expensive. Like most people, especially in 2026, this is becoming more of a necessity than a luxury. Now, for me personally, this falls into the category of products you don't appreciate until the moment you need it. And when that moment comes, it literally saves you thousands. So I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Now, of course, if you want to check it out, I'll leave it in the link below. And if you're driving without a dash cam right now, what are you doing, man? You might want to fix that, okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.